the Green Bay Packers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They run with Howard. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be
nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. They got a man. It's Woods. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 24 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 42 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Robert Woods, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
That lady! Mike's 56. Are you getting ahead? Hey. 53. Ready? 56. Mike, hurry up, get set.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. John Ross, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Jerry Hughes has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Stafford. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
After the interception, here's Taylor. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Taylor going to throw again. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. These two teams all tied after one. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out. To throw is Taylor. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
It's a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Back. Jim. Hey, check one.
Running with Howard. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. In on the stop, it was Tarvarius Moore. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Taylor. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there and set and change and at least hold.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Jerry Hughes in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Stafford looking deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Taylor to throw. Caught. Kelsey, left side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Taylor. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down. Taylor now 7 of 10 here in this 1st half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
To throw again on second down. Taylor. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Taylor. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. K1 short. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side complete. It's Ross. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Here comes the ball.
Brings up second and 5 at the 31-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing again on second down. Stafford looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ross. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. Complete, he finds Blade. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
All day, dog.
On first down, Stafford here. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Going deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To throw is Stafford. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Taylor. Throwing again. Dancing to his left. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. From midfield now, here's Taylor. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Taylor now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Here's Taylor to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Damian Ratley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Single. Check 9. 3 buzz. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
The final shot before the break. Stanford. He's got a man. Complete. There he goes left side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one. Yeah,
one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Stafford trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Stafford. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Davis now to return it. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now it's Taylor. Flushed out. Taylor hit. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. John Ross with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
180. 56. field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Safe. To the middle, let's go.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Going deep, and at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Packers. Fourth touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Gerald McCoy able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Taylor. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And he comes back with one complete. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They're taking momentum.
And pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Stafford now to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
This will be taken in at the 1.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Stafford. There's that man again. It's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 16 yards, a 1st down. Stafford now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The throw right sideline here is complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
280. 56. I'm on. Tight end. 7. Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. Alert. 3 down. Hey, Delta.
Throwing on third down, Stanford. And he's got more time, complete. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
180. Check 56. Come on, D. Check 31. 32. Easy.
From the gun, here's Stanford. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yo, lady! Hey. Zebra! 56. Hey, Foxtrot. Yeah, let's go sack lunch.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford escaping the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before. And right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Taylor. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here's Stanford. Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards, 1st down Packers.
and 10 at the
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Sheldon Richardson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's Stafford. And break. The tight end's got it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
250. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! 59. All right, here we go.
Stafford on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Set. 280. Hey, 5-0. 56. You can't block me. You can't block me. 56 to Mike, boys. 56.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught at the 20. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. It's been an easy day for them.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's going to be caught. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. John Ross, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Sheldon Richardson. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
22.
Throwing here, Stafford. This will be caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Hey, blue 60. 57. Easy. 32.
Back to throw. Stafford. He's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target. And it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
22. Hey.
I'm scared. 57.
Stay 50.
Throwing again. Stafford. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Check 26.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Packers, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's
Ladies and gentlemen,